Hey guys, wanted to take a few minutes and create a video that would help you guys navigate D2L. Most of you guys are probably familiar with it if you've gone to GGC or any USG school for that matter. And it's very familiar to Gwinnett County's E-Class as well. Set up a little differently, but it's very similar. And so you should be pretty familiar with it, but I just wanted to kind of show you a couple of places to go for things and to make sure that you didn't have any issues with that. So the first thing to do is if you log into D2L, obviously you have to do the multi-factor authentication, which means they call your cell phone or they text you a number or something like that in order to log in. But once you're in, you'll see all of the courses that you're taking this summer. And for our class, you'll see two different sections. You'll see the college algebra section, and then there's actually a separate course. As you know, you've signed up for two classes technically for the access portion, the support portion for the college algebra. However, if you click on this, you'll see that there's nothing here, right? It says this is not the page you're looking for because I'm a Star Wars dork. But anyway, this is just to tell you to go everything that I have for our course will be stored in one place instead of jumping back and forth in two different places. And so go to the college algebra section 1. And that's where you'll find all of our content. I'm going to make it look like you guys will see it. Okay, so this is what you'll see. Here's the hi that I posted on Monday. All right, and so there are three places that are really important for you guys to find information and to find things. Okay, and so the first place that you'll find things is under content. And so under content, you'll see all this stuff. You've got your table of contents. This is everything that's uploaded so far in the separate content areas. Course documents, that folder is where your syllabus is, where this is the information on how to register for MyMathLab. And then this is information if you want to take advantage of online tutoring. The Academic Enhancement Center, obviously at GDC, that's our tutoring center. It's obviously not open physically, but they do have online tutoring available, and the students have had the second half of the spring semester. The tutors have had the second half of the spring semester to kind of work out the kinks, and so this summer it should be a very effective tool for those of you that need a little bit of extra help. Okay, obviously I'm available too, but sometimes it's nice to get a second perspective, or if I'm not available at a particular time, you may be able to track down some tutoring. That's free for you as a student at GGC for the summer. So take advantage of that. All right, the course worksheets, this is where I will post all of your worksheets. So far I've only uploaded one just to make sure there was something there. All right, but this is where you will find the worksheets that I want you to work on by hand. MyMathLab is great and it will give you instant feedback, but you also need to practice by hand. And so I will try to post answer keys to these as well, as much as I have them, and to give you some good practice. And this is where you'll get some questions from me for our online help sessions that occur on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. Okay, and then there's the notes for content videos. The videos that I upload to YouTube have the notes that I take during them, the notation and all of the slides and everything like that. These are all in here, all notated. And so my suggestion to you would be, before you go to watch those content videos, that you go ahead and come here, print this out, right? And then you've got something to write notes on, but you've also got notes to follow along with, all right? Instead of trying to scribble down everything that I've written. So that would be a very helpful thing. See, if you pick one of these and open it up, you'll notice, right? So this is the first page here of the notes. Here is what we're talking about, polynomials. You'll see the notated things here that I've underlined while I'm talking, or the problems that we've worked out together, examples that I've written in extra for you guys. Okay, and so again, back to the content area, that's what's there. And then finally, the online class meetings, and this is where your sessions will be for your live tutoring, or your live problem sessions that I do every Tuesday, Thursday at 11 o'clock starting next Tuesday. All right, you have to access this through Blackboard Collaborate, And so that's the only link right here, right now. There will be other things in here. Once we start having those online meetings, I will record those sessions. That's not located here. That's located inside of here. I'll show you where those are in a minute. But I'll record those sessions, but also the notes for those sessions I will save as a PDF and I will upload them here. So if you miss a session, you can go back and look at what we talked about, or if you want to look over them or whatever. So when it comes to 11 o'clock or so, you go in here and you click on here. All right. This course room is always there. It's always available. It's always open. So if some of you guys wanted to get together and work virtually as a group, answering some questions with each other, that would be a place to do it. Another thing that I'll use that for is I'll use that open session anytime you guys want to meet with me outside of the scheduled times on Tuesday, Thursday morning. Okay, so if you want to set up an individual tutoring session with me, this is where we'll come and we'll use this open room. All right, but then there will be scheduled sessions down here. You'll see the first one's already loaded. All right, it's not ready to start. Obviously, it doesn't start till 11 a.m. You can get in 15 minutes ahead of time. All right, but you just click on that, and then over here it will say join the session. And it doesn't say it right now because we don't have the session yet. So you have to come here, click on that anytime after 10:45, and you'll be allowed to join the session. Okay, when you join the session, let me show you what it looks like. When you join the session, join the course room or whatever, join the session. All right, the first time you're in here, it will ask you if you want to share your mic or share your video. Make sure the first time you get in here that you share both, at least for a minute. Okay, then it'll say video preview, hi, this is me, and you hit share your video. And the reason that I want you to do that, we're not going to share video usually because it slows the stream down. But yeah, I've got COVID hair, I know. So anyhow, but then you can immediately stop sharing the video. If you say that you don't want to share your video the first time, sometimes it messes it up and it basically locks you out of ever being able to share your video. And you'll need to do that at least for the final exam, and we may do it during our problem sessions too. It's up to you guys if you want to share your video or not. But anyhow, and then of course you can mute yourself. If you're sitting in on the problem session, you want to mute yourself until you have a question, then you're welcome to throw that up there. You can raise your hand. Hey, I want to ask a question, and that'll pop up. And then there's a chat also located over here, so you can say something. Just type it in the chat, right? But it's easier for me if you do it verbally because obviously with math questions, it's a lot easier sometimes to do that. And so unless it gets overwhelming with too many people talking at once, I would just assume you either raise your hand and I'll call on you and then you can share your mic. Now, I know some of you guys are in a place where it's not going to be super quiet. You got kid brother at home or whatever, dogs. You'll hear my dog barking sometimes in the background, or I think on one of the videos I made the other day, she's lapping water behind me in the middle of the video, super loud, but whatever. So that's the deal, and so that's where you will go for all of our online live class sessions. Again, you go to my YouTube channel, Stan the Math Man. You go to that channel for your content videos that you can watch at your leisure. But for our 11 o'clock Tuesday, Thursday problem sessions, this is where you will come. All right, you'll come here and you'll see the session labeled with the date. Right, so that's our first time, Tuesday at 11 o'clock, and you can click on this and get in anytime after 10:45. Okay, so that's the process for getting into all of that stuff and what's available in D2L. The other things that are available in D2L, obviously your grades are there. Okay, you need to go to your grades to figure out how you're doing. And then the other thing there that is assignments. Okay, your quizzes will not be in D2L. Your quizzes are in MyMathLab. All right, but your assignments, you have to upload stuff for MyMathLab. So you go to assignments, all right, and I don't have anything assigned right now, but basically what it will say is it'll say like work for quiz 1, work for quiz 2, or whatever, and then you go in and you upload your quiz, okay, you upload your quiz into that set. Now, again, I want one piece of content uploaded for every one. I don't want 15 pictures of all your stuff. And so what has to happen if you have a bunch of pictures is, here's the easiest way I know to do it. Now, some of your phones will allow you to scan a picture as a PDF, but but only if you can save it as one whole PDF file. If it's 5 PDFs, I don't want it, okay? It needs to be one piece of content that I can download and grade all together instead of having to download each individual page, okay? So I don't want that, but I do want you to be able to figure out how to do this. So real quick, just one way to do it. There's lots of ways to do it, and if you have your own method, that's great, but one way to do it, all right, is to create a document, all right, and then just simply go in and insert pictures. All right, now I don't have pictures of my work. All right, I have pictures of my kids and all sorts of stuff on here. I probably have some stuff that I could put in maybe here. So here's something my 8th grader did for his visual art class. All right, so you put that in there, then you hit enter and go to the next page. All right, then I insert another picture. Let's insert a picture of me when I didn't have gray hair and whatever, and so you just insert everything. You just insert pictures as you go along. All right, just stick them in there and plug in whatever. All right, and then once you put your pictures in, okay, then once you're done with that, okay, then he would kill me for putting that picture on there. Anyway, so then when you're done, you go over here and save as. All right, save as a Adobe PDF. It'll ask you to save the file first, and so okay, so this is my work for quiz 1, and that's what I'm doing here. And so then it'll save it as a PDF file, work for quiz 1, save it. It takes a minute to convert, and then your PDF should open. There it is. All right, and this is what you will send me. This is what you will upload me. All right, 1 picture per page of your work. Try to make sure that you take your camera and put it at an angle so that you get the full page. Don't take it laying down. Like, if I know that you have to arrange yourself a little bit, but if you take a picture and you're sitting at your desk and you take a picture from seated, and it'll make the stuff at the top of the page a lot blurrier. You need to hold your camera over top. You need to watch for the shadow and get a decent picture of it. Okay, you don't have to take a 5 megapixel picture, but you do have to take a decent picture and make sure that it comes out okay. There you go. All right, so there's all that stuff. That's what that looks like. Hopefully that was a decent guide for you. All right, so back to here. So now, the next thing is MyMathLab. All right, so if you go to your MyMathLab, all right, and click in here, then you need to sign in. Now, if you've never signed in before, then you need to register, and that access is to start with student. You'll click on that, and the first thing you'll need to enter is your course ID. All right, and so it'll ask for your course ID. That's in the syllabus. It's Perrine. I didn't write it down off the top of my head. It's right here in the syllabus on the 2nd page. Perrine 07416. All right, so 07416, and when you type that in, so you type in Perrine 07416 and hit continue. Now, if you've ever had a MyMathLab course before, then you don't need to do that. You can just log in, and then you can ask for a new course. Right now, I don't have the opportunity to do this and show you any further because they're having some technical difficulties. So if you run into some issues, typically, especially at the very beginning of the semester, Pearson sometimes bumps into a couple of difficulties when lots of people are getting online. So don't worry about that. Just try it again later. If you have any major issues, let me know. But this should be working here later on today. It just happens to not be working right now. Once you're into MyMathLab and registered and signed up, all right, then you will sign in from then on, all right, and you sign in with your whatever your username and account password is that you've written down somewhere so you don't forget it. And then you'll see your course, and your course should look like this: Math 0999B 111101. All right, and so once you're in there, then you will see this is what yours will look like. Okay, it'll kind of have a calendar. It'll have some assignment dates and that kind of stuff. And then you'll have all these things over here. This is where your homework list is, okay? Nothing's assigned yet. All right, this is where your quizzes and tests are there. You can use the study plan if you like. The study plan will help guide you along a little bit more, but we definitely have plenty to do, so you don't have to do that. And then your grades are located in your grade book. And then eText will allow you to pull up the textbook in a full area. All right, and of course it's not working right now. So eText will allow you to pull up the course, or you can go to content and go directly to your course. So we're working on P4 first. This is where we're starting. And so you can watch a video presentation. That's not me, that's Pearson's people doing it, and that works. You can also view the eText. It'll be available soon once they get everything up and working again. All right, sorry about that. And this is where you can access your textbook. It's just like the regular hard copy textbook, okay? It's got some links in it. Other than that, it's just like the hard copy. And this is where you find everything that you want, okay? And that's about all you really need. Skills for success are some things that if you wanted some guidance and mindset and some other things like that for college success, then you can read through some of those things too, but those are optional for you, okay? So that's how you get to MyMathLab. The quizzes and tests will be in MyMathLab, or some of them at least will be in MyMathLab. We'll talk more about that as we get closer. All right, and then again, once you're finished that, you take your pictures and upload your stuff to D2L under the assignments for the work. Okay, so that was a little longer than I planned on, but anyhow, I hope that gives you some guidance into how to find places. Oh, one more thing. When we do our online, I said doo-doo. When you do your online content here in Collaborate, all right, once we've done our session, I will record those sessions. When you want to find a recorded session, you come right here, you go to these 3 lines menu and go to recordings. And underneath recordings, it will show you all of the recordings. Obviously, we don't have any yet, but it will show you all the recordings for our class here underneath that. So again, when you come into Blackboard, all right, you'll see this. Go to this menu bar over here and click on recordings. That's how you'll find our recordings, okay? So I'm going to send this to YouTube and send you guys the link in a minute, and you can watch it at your leisure and repeat it back if you ever need to make sure you know where things are. All right, looking forward to starting a great week next week, and I'll have more things posted here in the next day or two. Thanks.